You have exactly what it will take to make it. You have to stop doubting yourself. You have to stop listening to others. You have to stop looking for the approval of other people. You have exactly what it's going to take. You're strong enough, you're smart enough, you're fast enough. And majority of the time, the ones that are judging you, you can actually outlast them. You can beat them in any competition. And it's not that you're competitive, it's just simply because you're more qualified, strength-wise. Even if somebody's making more money than you, even if somebody has a higher degree than you, your calling is higher. God has given you gifts. He's shown you that you are actually the one for the job and you still don't believe in yourself. And sometimes what that looks like is failing yourself, not chasing your dreams, not going after what it is that God called you to be and who it is that God says you are. Not believing in yourself, not feeling like you have enough strength, not feeling like you have a purpose, and while knowing that you were meant for this. Imagine a musician living up to someone's expectations his whole life or her whole life, going to school, getting a college degree for a job that they never wanted, for a job that they didn't qualify for in the spirit, but they qualified for it on earth, in the physical. Yeah, they may have had the knowledge. Yeah, they may have had the schooling. Yeah, they may have had the information in order to obtain this. But in the spirit, they were always supposed to be a musician. They were supposed to make music for God. They were supposed to travel the world and tour the world and make music that will heal people, hurt people. But because of the pressures of the world, they listen. They listen to their parents. They listen to their uncles and aunties. And I'm not saying that sometimes the people that love us or the people that give us advice are wrong. What I'm saying is your heart knows who you are. So imagine this musician doing all these things and studying in school and passing, getting a college degree in a field that the Spirit didn't call him or her to be in. But because you got through it on earth, you think that it's your calling or your destiny. But you never know why it doesn't feel complete. You never know why you get up and go to work every day and you don't feel happy. You have no sense of purpose. You have no need. They don't appreciate you the way you should be appreciated, not knowing that if you were actually that musician that God called you to be, even though it may be harder to get to that point in life, because with purpose, it comes pain. A lot of people don't live up to their purpose because they quit along the way and they take the easy route, even though the easy route may look like the hard route to them. But it's actually harder to follow your purpose. It's actually harder to become a musician than it is to be a doctor if being a musician was your purpose. It's always harder, no matter what your career is in the physical or in the natural. It's always harder. If God called you to be a chef on earth and you went to law school and got a law degree or became a doctor, it's always easier to become what it is that God did not call you to be, no matter if God called you to be a carpenter, no matter if God called you to cut tiles or be a construction worker, no matter if God called you to be a comedian. There will be so many obstacles in your path blocking you from doing the thing that God called you to do and be. And a lot of the time it starts within our family. A lot of time that looks like our family not approving or appraising because they don't think that it's worth chasing. And it may seem realistically, logically, it may seem harder to become the doctor than the comedian. But if God called you to do something, it's always harder to do and be what God called you to be and do. And I've learned that. And I think your lesson here today is, if you're watching this, it's not by coincidence. It's actually on purpose. God set you up to see this because he wants you to know that no matter what people say, no matter where you go, he has a calling over your life and your heart knows it. Your mind feels it. And you know where you should be. Trust that. Trust your instincts.